Hey guys, welcome back. Here's one we haven't seen in a while, the Dormeyer. This is a Dormeyer 4201 Power Chef. This was sent in by Donna, and this one's getting restored back to the original colors, and we're going to replace the cord. This is not the original cord on it, but we're going to replace this with a gray power cord. So to start things off, let's go ahead and plug it in and see if it works. There's a good sign right there. It works, so we're not going to have to change any parts internally by the looks of it. But we got to get this thing completely disassembled now. And there's quite a bit of rust. Rust on here, rust on there. The screw's rusty. Alright, I had to pause and clean up my area a bit here and go get some coffee. So, anyways, I was saying this screw here is rusty. This one not so bad. But yeah, there's some rust on here, and I don't think the inside is going to be very rusty. I think it's mainly external. So let's start by getting our handle off of here. Okay, and the handle's in somewhat okay shape. There's a crack in it right there, but these things, you can see it. It looks like it was stressed or heated there at one point. We'll try to repair that. We're not gonna be able to take the shape out of it here, but we'll be able to fill that crack. All right. I guess we can pull this little speed control, the little lever part here off, and then we can take that off. We just have to find a very, very small slotted screwdriver. Okay, kind of stopped on this one for a while here, trying to pick up where I left off. I obviously didn't get very far, but I got the knob lever off there, and I believe all I've got left is this nut here. That's not my quarter inch. I think we're just going to continue to tear this down here. And I can't get my little quarter-inch wrench. That's something I always try to keep around in here close by. I'm definitely going to have to hunt that up. Alright, still no idea where it's at, but anyways, I think I've got this to the point where it's about ready to pop right off of here. I just gotta take that off there. I'd like to work on that later. Let's take a look inside of here. And you can see it's pretty crusty in here. Get a little ejector out of there. Clips that sit right on top of the shafts there, and they kind of lock in, and part of it goes around and part of it goes through a slot on the shaft, and that right there is actually what retains your beaters, interestingly enough. That's just a simple little setup like that. Alright, let's get into our gearbox here. Let's see what treats await us. Use lock washers for that. Alright, so now we just gotta lift this off, and it may get hung up on here where you've got, you know, some grunge formed on the top part of these shafts that's sticking out. But we should be able to get it off of here. There we go. That one actually wasn't too bad. So that, of course, will have to get degreased and cleaned up. And here's what the grease that's left in here looks like. It's actually not that bad. We're of course going to replace it, but considering how old this grease is, it's really not that bad. And this right here is a washer that rides between here and the bearing on the further away shaft. So I'll get that all clean and degreased also. Alright. See if we can get these shafts to come out of here. Sometimes they come out easily, sometimes they put up a bit of a fight. Okay, so that one wasn't too bad. There's one there with the bearing on it. This one here is generally a little harder to get out. There we go. Sometimes you got to work the PTO gear back and forth, but then you get that out. And the gear is actually looking in really good shape. Of course, just need to be cleaned up. And you can see gearbox is pretty empty now. Take this cord off of here. And get that right out of the way. Alright. Gotta rearrange a bit of stuff here. There we go. Alright, now we can work on separating these two halves on here. And it's not really too bad. There's if I take this off of here and show you, see there's a nut right here I'm going to have to pull, and then a screw down there that's got to come out. So I might as well start with the screw. course, again, 1/4 inch. This is why I like to have my 1/4 inch wrench close by for these Dormeyers. So a lock washer with it. Now, see how far we can separate this till the cord gets in the way. Now we did pretty good. Just cut the cord off. Alright, first glance, everything looks decent. There's a resistor there, that looks good. Let's take a look at our brushes here. Brush looks extremely long. As does that one. Alright, there's 2 other brushes underneath here, 2 little secondary brushes. And we can go ahead and pop this plate off right now. And these things can really be tight. So, we gotta get this off of here, but we can't really, you know, this is brass, and we can't really reef on this thing too much. You know, about the only thing you can really do is grab it with your hands, because you don't want to damage this at all. Just get a good grip and get your nut off. Alright, and this is also keyed. There's a slot in here, and then there's a little notch right there, so it's going to only go on there one way. Alright, I'm going to pull our secondary brushes out, and while they may look short, there's not a lot of room in here for spraying the brush, so they are short to begin with. So, alright, so now we've got that much apart, we can take these out. Alright, and that's what holds all this motor together here. As you see now, you just pull everything apart and separate the 2 halves. Alright, so on here we've got the RF filter and then the leads that go to the motor. And you see that was just twisted together and wrapped with electrical tape. So That was high quality connection right there. This one at least has a wire nut on it. But anyways, out the other end of that capacitor, it goes to the motor as well, which is kind of strange. It must be like a dual purpose capacitor, but either way, we're going to disconnect it here. And it actually goes all the way to the other side there. And this is the capacitor for the motor. So this RF filter can go. Doesn't need to be on there. There we go. Now we'll get rid of that, and then we've got just the leads for the cord connection left here. This right here allows us to, with that apart, allows us to take out the armature. And you see that it just needs to be polished up good, and that'll be ready to go. And then here we're just going to clean this up really good with some QD, get all the carbon and stuff off of it. And there's really not a whole lot of need to really take all this apart here. Everything on it looks good, so that just needs a good cleaning. Now on here, let me pull the detent out. Alright, there's a set screw right down there that I gotta pull out. And it's a hex head set screw. I just gotta find the right hex head here. Alright. Now, I guess I can break into my new set here. Find the appropriate one. I swore one of those I tried was it. Alright, got it right there. And if anybody's curious, that size there is a 5/64 hex head. Alright, now this is the fun part because these don't usually like to come out. Although this one is going to make a liar out of me because this one popped right out, so I'm really happy to see that. Let's get our gear out of here. And that there is the PTO drive gear. And there's a washer in here somewhere. Oh, maybe not. I thought there was a washer in there. Alright, I'm going to get some of this grease out of here. Alright. Now I'm also going to go get the little bearing ball that's in here out. And we'll see at this time if that little cup that's usually attached to it comes out or not. Because sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Last few times they've come out every time. I gotta set this down, use 2 hands on this. I gotta loosen up the jam nut and then run this screw in. Alright, yeah, I see the cup coming out. And there should be a little bearing ball in there. Okay, cup's out. No bearing ball in it. But I did hear something hit the table before, which is surprising because a lot of times that bearing ball is stuck in it pretty good. And nope, it was just a little washer. Alright, this does not appear to have its little bearing ball. Oh wait, yeah, it does. There it is. And if it wasn't in there, no big deal. I mean, I can run down to the hardware store and they've actually got some different bearing balls in there, and I could just match one up with the cup. But I guess I don't have to worry about it now. Alright, so this right here is ready to get degreased. This needs to be degreased good. And then, you know, I can get ready for powder coat. This, of course, I've got to get sandblasted, ready for powder coat. Alright, let's take this apart here. This has got a height adjuster right here. And that's not moving very freely, but here's all the parts that hold this to the base and also allow it to adjust. And you got the little slider that tells you if it's large or small bowl. So we're going to go get all that off right now. And the rubber feet on here, believe it or not, look like they're in excellent shape, so I'm going to try and save those feet. I think this thing just sat for a long time. That's what it looks like anyways. I did more sitting than anything, so I think this thing will be like new once it's all redone and back together. I think it'll run like new anyways. Alright, you see large, small, that needs some cleaning up. That's got some crud on it. In here are 2 kind of like set screws. One of them is like really rusty. I can't seem to get it to loosen up, so I may have to get some penetrant on there. But we'll get the other one off for now. And there's the spring, and there's a bearing ball in that too that's probably stuck up in the upper part. As you can see, that's got some rust on it. This is common for these things to rust. It's just bare steel, and any moisture that gets in there will rust those. But after we get that cleaned up, we're going to get that polished up, and then we're going to also get it lubricated so that it has a protection barrier on there, so it'll not only turn easier but also won't rust again. Alright, set that aside. This is stripped down, ready to go, so we'll set that aside. Here's the bearing balls I was talking about on the base. They seem to be rusted in. There's one I was able to pop out. Now, this other one, I'm not going to have much luck getting that to turn without some penetrant on it, so we'll get some oil on there. We'll let that soak in for a little while, and I'm going to go eat lunch or whatever. And before I do that, let me get this apart here. It's got 3 screws that basically hold this whole assembly here in. And it's pretty tight right now. It's like that grease has just gotten gummy. They put a little bit of grease on there, and you know, flour gets on it and dust and stuff, and it gets real gummy and hard to turn that lever. And you can hear these screws breaking loose. These screws are usually in there ultra tight. You can hear the noise they make when they break loose. Give you an idea how tight they are. But these screws hold down little tabs. The tabs keep pressure on that ring around there. You see, that's what it looks like right there. There's 3 of those. Okay, once those are off, disassemble that there to get this right out of the way. You can see the grease I was talking about on it. So that'll all get cleaned up. And then to take the last piece out, there's almost like a set screw, but it allows that thing to slide and rotate, but not come out of the front or the back. Once you pull it, you can see the end of it's got that little round ball on it, and it just rides in here, so it allows it to rotate and go in and out, but only as it rotates, no other motion from that. So aside from the cord on here, this one is stripped down. Let's see if we can get our restraint out of here. This is one of those, I can never remember what these are called, like Heiko, or something like that. These little cord restraint things, they hold good. I mean, they do an excellent job. They're just a royal pain in the butt to get it in and out. But man, they do a great job of getting them in. There we go. See, once you compress it, you can pop it right out. They're a pain to get in too. I will save that, and that cord piece, of course, will go. Alright, so that's stripped down. So we're going to go eat lunch, and when I come back, what I'm going to end up doing is, this should be soaked for a while. I'll see if I can get that out. If not, what I'll end up doing is I'll take the rubber feet off of here, and I'll just heat this up, probably with the heat gun, and see if I can get it out then, because I got to get the spring little bearing ball out of there, and then that'll be stripped down and ready to go. And then we just got to take the badge off of here. So yeah, we've got it just about stripped down. I'm going to probably get everything done, get it powder coated, and then we'll come back. Alright, so we got this little Dormeyer all wrapped up here and ready to go. We're going to get this packed up and sent on back to Donna. We've got everything's been cleaned up, polished up, all new grease in the gearbox, new cord on it. We've got a new gray cord on here. We've repaired the crack in the handle there, basically just secured it. Everything's been powder coated in white, and of course, you know, lubricated all the parts here, like, you know, your bowl size adjustment stuff, with, you know, with that little thing right there that says large and small. Brushes were good in here, so we just had to polish up everything, polish up the armature and all that, and got it back together, got it adjusted, and runs good. And let's go ahead and fire it up and check it out. As you can tell, we got the full range of speed adjustment. The ejector assembly works good. So this one's a wrap. If you guys have any questions, comments, leave them down below. I'll get back to those as soon as I can. And as always, thanks for watching, and we will see you on the next one.